There's a certain magic in the way a puppy approaches the world. Every experience a new adventure, every moment filled with curiosity and wonder. Imagine then, a sun-drenched afternoon in a quiet backyard, the grass just tall enough to tickle small, unsteady paws. In the middle of this perfect scene, a puppy stands, floppy-eared, bright-eyed, tail wagging so hard it nearly knocks him off balance. Today, he's about to learn one of the greatest games a dog can know, fetch. It begins simply, as most good stories do. The puppy, perhaps only a few months old, is already brimming with energy. His coat gleams in the sunlight, and his nose twitches at every sound and scent. The distant chirp of a bird, the subtle rustling of leaves, the gentle breeze that brings with it all the mysteries of the outdoor world. His human companion kneels beside him, cradling a soft, colorful ball in their hands. The puppy's eyes lock onto it instantly. He's seen this ball before, chewed it, rolled it around, tried to pounce on it, but today, it will become something entirely new. With a gentle toss, the ball arcs through the air, bouncing once, twice, before settling in the grass a short distance away. The puppy's ears perk straight up. He looks to the ball, then back to his human, then to the ball again, and then, with a burst of enthusiasm, he's off, legs pumping, ears flapping, paws pounding the earth in a comical, barely coordinated sprint. The first attempt is all excitement and little direction. The puppy skids to a stop, nose down, sniffing the ball as though it might reveal its secrets. He nudges it with his muzzle, gives it a cautious lick, and then, unable to contain himself, he pounces, rolling the ball forward. For a moment, he seems to forget the purpose of the exercise and instead revels in the joy of the chase, inventing his own game of push and pounce. His human calls out, encouraging, patient, inviting him back. The puppy glances over, mouth open in a happy pant, and bounds back with empty jaws, leaving the ball behind. Learning, after all, is a process, and every puppy takes it at his own pace. The next throw is shorter, the encouragement a little more focused. The puppy watches the ball, eyes wide with anticipation. This time, as he gallops after it, he remembers the praise and treats that follow a job well done. He reaches the ball, grabs it awkwardly between his teeth, and trots back, tail wagging furiously, ball swinging from his mouth. The look of triumph on his face is unmistakable. He's figured out the game, or at least the first part. Fetch is more than a simple pastime for puppies. It's a lesson in communication, a chance to build trust and understanding between dog and human. Each throw is a message. Go on, you can do it, bring it back to me. Each successful return is an answer. Look what I did! Aren't you proud? In these moments, bonds are forged, confidence is built, and a puppy learns not just a new trick, but the joy of working together, of shared accomplishment. With practice, the puppy's skills improve. He learns to watch the ball as it leaves his human's hand, to judge its path through the air, to chase it down even when it bounces unpredictably. Sometimes he overshoots, skidding past the ball and having to double back, his legs a tangle of energy and determination. Other times, he gets distracted by a fluttering butterfly or a sudden, interesting smell, momentarily forgetting the task at hand. Patience is key. Each distraction is gently redirected. Each success celebrated with a kind word, a loving pat, or a tasty treat. The puppy's world is expanding with every throw. He's learning about distance and direction, about listening and responding, and about the joy that comes from pleasing the person he loves most. The once awkward returns become more confident, the jaw grip on the ball firmer, the drop at his human's feet more deliberate. Sometimes, in his excitement, he holds onto the ball a little too long, prompting a gentle tug of war, but always, he releases it, ready for the next round. As the sun begins to dip lower in the sky, painting the world in soft golden light, the puppy's energy shows no sign of waning. Each throw is met with the same enthusiasm as the first, each return a small triumph. The rhythm of the game settles into something comfortable and familiar, a shared language of movement and joy. But learning to fetch is more than just the physical act of retrieving a ball. It's an exercise in patience, in persistence, in the willingness to try again after each failed attempt. It teaches the puppy that mistakes are part of the process, that every dropped ball, every missed catch is just another step toward mastery. And it teaches his human the value of encouragement, of celebrating small victories, and of giving their puppy the freedom to learn and grow at his own pace. As the game continues, the puppy begins to anticipate the next throw, bouncing on his paws in eager anticipation, eyes never leaving the ball. He's learned that good things come to those who wait, that listening and focusing bring rewards, both in treats and in the warm, affectionate praise of his human companion. The trust between them grows with every toss and every return, a silent promise that this is just the beginning of many adventures to come. Occasionally, the ball lands in a tricky spot, beneath a bush, behind a flower pot, or in a patch of tall grass. The puppy pauses, uncertain, then sniffs out the hiding place, his determination undiminished. Every retrieval, no matter how challenging, is met with applause and encouragement. The puppy learns that challenges can be overcome, that persistence pays off, and that nothing is too difficult when approached with enthusiasm and a little help from a friend. Over time, the puppy's movements become more graceful, his confidence more apparent. He no longer hesitates at the edge of the yard or gets distracted by every passing breeze. He has learned the rules of the game and, in doing so, discovered a new way to connect with his human, to channel his boundless energy into something joyful and rewarding. For the human, watching their puppy learn to fetch is a lesson in patience and perspective. It's easy to forget how new and overwhelming the world can be to a young dog, how every sight and sound can distract or confuse. But in those moments of learning, there is a profound beauty, a reminder of the importance of encouragement, of celebrating progress rather than perfection, of savoring the journey as much as the destination. As the shadows grow longer and the puppy finally begins to tire, he collapses happily at his human's feet, ball still clutched in his mouth. He looks up, eyes shining with pride and affection, and receives a gentle scratch behind the ears, a whispered word of praise. In that moment, the bond between them is stronger than ever, forged in the simple, shared joy of a game well played. Learning to fetch is one of the first steps a puppy takes toward understanding the world and his place in it. It's a lesson in responsiveness, in teamwork, and in the endless rewards that come from trying, failing, and trying again. For the puppy, it's a chance to explore, to play, and to impress the person he loves most. For the human, it's a reminder of the wonder of new beginnings and the joy that comes from nurturing growth and discovery. As the days pass, the game of fetch becomes a cherished routine. The puppy grows stronger, faster, more agile. The throws get longer, the chases more exhilarating, the returns more reliable. Each session is a chance to reinforce the lessons learned about patience, about listening, about the value of effort, and the sweetness of success. But the true reward of fetch is not just the exercise or the skill gained. It's the connection formed between puppy and human, the shared laughter and excitement, the mutual understanding that grows with every game. It's the way the puppy learns to trust, to follow, to return. Not just the ball, but the love and companionship offered by his human friend. In time, the puppy will outgrow his awkwardness, mastering the art of fetch with the same effortless grace that marks all grown dogs. But in his heart, he will always remember those first uncertain steps, the thrill of the chase, the pride of a job well done, and the warmth of a gentle hand stroking his fur at the end of a long day. And for the human, the memory of a small, eager puppy learning to fetch will remain, a testament to the power of patience, the beauty of growth, and the enduring joy of sharing life's simplest pleasures with a beloved companion. So, whether the ball is thrown across a backyard or down a long, sandy beach, whether the puppy is tiny or nearly grown, the lesson is always the same. Learning is an adventure best shared. Every throw, every chase, every triumphant return is a celebration of the bond that unites dog and human, a promise of countless games and endless love to come. The story of a puppy learning to fetch is, in the end, a story of hope and happiness, of persistence and partnership, of the small moments that become cherished memories. It is a reminder that sometimes The greatest joys are found not in grand gestures or perfect performances, but in the simple, shared experiences that bring us closer together. One toss, one chase, one joyful return at a time. And as the sun sets on that first unforgettable day, the puppy drifts into a contented sleep, dreaming of balls and chases and the gentle voice of his human calling him home. Tomorrow, the game will begin again, another chance to learn, to play, and to celebrate the extraordinary bond between a puppy and the person who loves him.